Welcome back, everybody, to Layup Lines, a college basketball daily betting and recap show here on the Bandwagon Sports YouTube channel. I'm your host, DaRock, and I'm going to be going through all of Tuesday night's big games and scores, as well as giving my predictions for the big games on Wednesday. So make sure, if this is your first time checking the video out, to hit like and subscribe down below. We have a lot of you guys that are watching, don't like the video, don't subscribe, and we're doing these videos every day, so I really hope you guys check it out. So let's get into it, because we had a big night tonight. So first, most notable result, once again, the North Carolina Tar Heels dropped their midweek schedule loss, this time falling 80-76 to the Clemson Tigers. A good resume building win here for the Tigers. They've been playing well as of late, and this is now just the second time in 62 chances that the Clemson has gone into Chapel Hill and come out with a win. They got off to a hot start, leading by as much as 16 in the first half, led by 25 points and 9 rebounds from P.J. Hall. So he heard me call him out yesterday on the show. I was riding North Carolina in this one, so tough look for me. Joe Girard also with 21 points, the Syracuse transfer, leading the way for the Tigers this year now. Armando Bacot still had a good game with 24 points and 13 rebounds, but really what did Carolina in was just their shooting. Shooting an abysmal 36.9% from the field and only hitting 9 of 27 threes. When you're shooting the ball that poorly and when you build yourself a big hole, it's going to be hard to get out of. And that's ultimately what cost the Tar Heels in this one. Once again, opening the ACC back up for Duke, or like I said, Red Hot Virginia, who I mentioned yesterday's show, to sneak in there. And then the other one, fantastic doubleheader here on ESPN tonight. Baylor squeaks out the home win in the ranked-on-ranked matchup, winning 79-73. And this was a really fun game. The first half, really close. No team was really getting a big lead. And that was, it was 36-35 at the half. But then 43 second half points from the Bears, including getting the lead all the way up to 15 at one point, was really what did the difference. Texas Tech went on a bit of a run to try to cut the lead, try to come back and win, but it was fall short as Yves Missy with 17 points and 17 boards for the Bears, as well as in the leading scorer Ray J. Dennis with 21 points, being the difference for Baylor to take down their in-state rival. Then we go to the other Texas game, another one I got wrong. I got the Baylor one right, but my upset pick here was wrong. Iowa State, 14th ranked Iowa State. The Cyclones go into Austin, take down Texas 70-65. I didn't really see a whole lot of this one because, like I mentioned in yesterday's video, it was on Longhorn Network, so I just kind of saw some highlights, read the recap here. Leading by 18 points, outscoring the Longhorns 36-19 in the first half is really what did it for Iowa State. They're led by Milan Momklovic with 13 points and 5 rebounds. And also got to shout out Dylan DeSue for Texas. Had a good game, 28 points, 10 rebounds, but just wasn't enough for the Longhorns despite their efforts to come back. Iowa State, once again, we're seeing here, if you get yourself in a big hole, it's going to be hard to come back. The one team that had a big win this weekend that didn't drop off like Kansas and UNC these past few days, the UConn Huskies, defending national champions, top-ranked team, knocks off Butler at home 71-62. Did not cover, like I said, that number was a little high, but they never trailed in the game. Donovan Clingan, he's coming back from injury, had a great game, 18 points, 14 boards, solid double-double for him, looking like one of the best bigs in the country. Cam Spencer, a veteran, man, he just knows how to score the ball, 20 points for him. So 2 big performances there for the Huskies to get them the win. And then the real high-scoring one, Kentucky avenges their loss from over the weekend, scoring 109 points against the lowly Vanderbilt Commodores, winning 109-77. Kentucky shot 57% from beyond the arc, which is crazy, including six threes from Antonio Reeves, who scored 24 points. Rob Dillingham also knocked in 4 threes of his own for 20 points total. A lot of minutes for everyone here in this Kentucky game, really emptying the bench here. And this is their 4th time for the Wildcats scoring over 100 points this season. Kind of crazy in college basketball, and crazy that they gave up 100 on Saturday. So very, very just run-and-gun team here. And against a lowly squad like Vanderbilt, you can run it up. But honestly, what may have been the best game of the night, I don't know if you guys were watching this one. It was going on at the same time as the Baylor game. I shouted it out as my mid-major game yesterday. Charlotte and USF, the Bulls from South Florida, pull out a 72-69 win. And it wasn't until an and one from Brandon Stroud with 14 seconds to go in the game that put USF up for the first time, 70-62. They end up knocking down the free throw, knocked down another one. So, 70-69. They won 72-69. Crazy game. I mean, Charlotte led by as much as 17, including a 10-point lead at the half. They were looking really dominant early, but this is a rare case when USF, unlike other teams tonight, they got down. They were able to come back, led by, mainly they were forcing a lot of turnovers. They scored 14 points off of turnovers compared to Charlotte's only 4, forcing 11 turnovers. And Selton Miguel was the big scorer for the Bulls with 22 points. So USF now finds themselves at first place in the American. Depending on the result, FAU's got it. I forget when their next game is, but FAU is the only other team that can catch them now. Is USF with a big tiebreaker win. So now that was tonight's games, the big ones, notable ones. Let's move on to tomorrow. And to start, we have a really good SEC clash. The one ranked on ranked game of the day at 7 Eastern on ESPN2. The 16th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide. It's the Iron Bowl. They head to Auburn, who's ranked number 12 currently and is 4.5-point favorites. Alabama won the first meeting between these two teams back on January 24th, 79-75. They're also 3-1 in conference play on the road this season and have won 4 straight games overall. So Alabama's playing really good right now. But Auburn, they've won 2 straight games. Like I said, I watched that game against Ole Miss on Saturday. They were down, but they came back to win 91-77. And this is one of those games where, I may just touch the money line, put it in like a parlay. But I'm definitely leaning Auburn in this one. I think home court makes a difference in these rivalry games. And with Alabama already winning the first game, Auburn's going to want to avenge that loss. So I'm going to go Auburn in this one. I don't know if I'm going to touch the points, but I'm going to go Auburn on the money line for sure. Then the next big game that I'm watching tomorrow at 7 Eastern on the Big Ten Network, 11th ranked Wisconsin Badgers head to Michigan. Michigan's just abysmal this year. They are currently 7-15 on the season, including 5 straight losses and only 1-6 in conference. So while the Badgers have lost 2 straight games, this is one where they really need to ride the ship. If they're a national title contender, which I don't know, maybe you don't think they are, but they definitely are for sure at least a second weekend caliber team. Sweet 16 at a minimum, I think could make an Elite 8 run. And if you're a team of that caliber, this is a game you need to win going against a far inferior opponent in the Michigan Wolverines. Just a horrible year from them. So I like the Badgers to take that one. Especially at only, what I say it was? I didn't write it down. I believe it was like 5.5. It was a pretty short spread, single digits. So I'm going to go with the Badgers in that one. Then another ranked team we have going on the road at 8:30 Eastern on Fox Sports 2. So this might be a hard one to find. I don't know why it's on Fox Sports 2. 19th ranked Creighton Blue Jays are 1.5-point favorites going on the road to the Providence Friars. Creighton won the first meeting between these two teams on January 6th, 69-60. Providence was ranked at the time when that game happened, so solid squad. However, Creighton is coming off a loss to Butler on Friday where they were up big and just kind of blew that game. So if you're going to win on the road, you can't do that. But Providence has lost 2 straight games, including just getting blown out by Villanova, who I really don't think is that good, on Sunday. So while it is a road test, I think Creighton, this is a game they have to step up, avenge that loss and be hungry after that loss on Friday, especially at only 1.5 points. Give me that. If you feel better just taking them on the money line, just take them on the money line. But one basket, most likely if they're going to win, they're going to win by 2 points. So I'm going to go with the Creighton Blue Jays in that one. And then another big one. This isn't a ranked matchup, but a big Big Ten clash here at 9 Eastern on Big Ten Network once again. So second game of the doubleheader. The Nebraska Cornhuskers head to Evanston to take on the Northwestern Huskies. Both teams in Joe Lunardi's bracketology that released today are currently 9 seeds, so this is a big game seeding-wise. Nebraska won the first meeting back on January 20th, 75-69. For Northwestern is 4-0 in conference, including knocking off Illinois last week. So they've had some pretty big wins on conference, but they've lost 2 straight games in overtime. Tough loss to Purdue last weekend, and then also lost on the road in overtime to Minnesota this weekend. However, Minnesota, I forgot to mention that game, had a nice win against Michigan State tonight. That could be kind of costly here for the Spartans. But Nebraska, they've lost 2 straight in overtime as well. Or no, they haven't lost 2 straight in overtime. They just lost their last game in overtime, 87-84 at Illinois, and they are 0-4 on the road in conference. So, while they're almost unbeatable at home, big wins over like Wisconsin, Purdue, beating the top teams in conference at home. They're a completely different squad on the road, in my opinion. So I would like the Huskies to cover this point. I'm sorry, why am I calling them the Huskies? They're the Wildcats. Sorry, wrong purple team. I like Northwestern Wildcats to cover this 4.5-point spread, win that game outright for sure. And yeah, those are my picks for today. Some of the other games, we got Villanova heading to Xavier at 7 on Fox Sports 1. Xavier's 3.5-point favorites in that one. They're currently in the next 4 out in Joe Lunardi's bracketology. Like I said, I don't think Villanova is very good. So Xavier needs to win this game, especially at home if they want to have a chance to make the tournament. Volunteers, let's see. Last week I said, they'll win easily. Their scheduled midweek loss, potentially. 14.5-point favorites once again here against LSU at home. Like I said, Kansas and North Carolina have already lost, coming off big wins on the weekend. Let's see if Tennessee, can they hold on, or will they follow that trend? Hopefully not for the Volunteers. I'm a fan of how they're playing. 14.5, probably not going to touch that. And then if you like Duke basketball like myself, I'll be watching them host Notre Dame at 9 Eastern on the ACC Network. Duke's 16.5-point favorite in that one. I don't really have a pick there. I mean, I'm going to be busy tomorrow night, so I may not even watch this myself. Duke's a superior team. Just a lot of these Big East schools that have transitioned to the ACC just are kind of down right now, like Louisville, Notre Dame, Syracuse. So this is a game where Duke, they can't lose, like I said, if they still want to have a chance to win the ACC after Saturday's loss. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you've not already, make sure to hit like and subscribe and comment your picks down below. Like I said, I want to keep trying to do this video every day or at least multiple times a week because I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys are too. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.